My name is Els, and I'm in the very south of the Netherlands, and my word would be essence to join you in this little exercise. So today I luckily got some questions because without questions I haven't anything to say. I got them here from Geraldine, and I hope more questions come up where we can talk about or what we can dive in. And I have a question for you as a starter. When you look at your life and you see what you experience as a problem, and mostly we have maybe a bigger or a smaller problem, what would be the answer to that problem when you choose one or two words? What would be the answer to the problem you experience right now? What would be of help for you? I invite you to share about that.
May I speak, Mary?
Yes, of course. Mom.
Um, my word was patience, and I didn't really know where that was coming from. But as you asked your question, I thought the answer to that is patience. Just be still, and be patient, and things will unfold. That's what comes to me. Thank you.
Yes. Yes. So that's a lovely example of that we all know what the answer to our problems are. Is there someone else who wants to share a bit about this?
Hi, Els. That was the most brilliant question I think I've ever been asked. And immediately I knew peace and joy. It was just a flash. Thank you so much. I've got chills. Thank you.
Okay. Someone else?
Uh, when I've been practicing in the last few months, particularly since we've been doing working on your book, Els, um, is sending love. And it's remarkable what a difference it makes when I send love to whatever the problem is. It's just remarkable.
Yes. Can you elaborate on that a bit?
So what I would normally do would be to judge the problem and how it's affecting my life. And if I stop, as somebody else said, stop, and then I send love to the person or whatever is causing the problem, it has made a remarkable difference.
Yes.
To the outcome. And it's so simple. It's almost too simple
to believe.
To be believable. Yeah, I was just going to say this. It's almost too simple to be believable.
Yes.
And I'm very fortunate. I'll just say very quickly, I'm very fortunate that my husband is also in this group. And because we can throw it to each other as well. And that's also been very helpful. And he can say to me, just send love, or, something like that. And that flick is also very, very helpful. But just send love has just been remarkable.
Yes, it's lovely. It's lovely what you tell. That's true. It changes so much in ourselves.
Yes.
It's a huge difference in ourselves, and that will change whoever is open to it. It will change what surrounds us also. And it's not the goal, but the goal is to be in inner peace yourself. That's what happened.
Yes, and the other, if there is it happened. The first time it happened was particularly another person was at the other end, and I'm sure it made no difference to the other person. Like that's I'm 100% sure it made no difference to the other person. But what a huge difference it made to me.
Absolutely.
And it allowed the other person to go free from me. Allowed the other person to go free from me. And huge. So it's wonderful.
Yes, it's the same like, for example, blessing everything. It looks alike. Sending love or bless everything. Sending love, you could say there's a connection, but when you bless, it's just because you bless, and you just bless whenever you can, and you don't need a situation or a nasty situation to sending love. You just bless. Drive next to a prison, you bless everyone. You drive next to a hospital, you bless everyone. When you think of the IRS, you bless them. When you think of your colleagues, you just bless them. It makes a huge change in your life. Yes.
And I just want to say something really quickly. It's very funny. I've been doing so much with my children, like, talking to them about sending love, and they think it's hilarious. And
Yes.
so now, if when we're having a chat on the phone or something, and I say something, and the message will come back is just send love. My kids are sending me back that message. Just send love. Like, it's hilarious, but it's wonderful as well. It's wonderful that, like, that's just going out there in ripples, just
Yeah.
by me doing it, and then talking. No, not specifically talking to them, but things come up, and so this is how I dealt with it, and then they're sending it back to me now. So it's great.
Yes. And they will love you for that because you get off from their back.
They think I'm mad at one level, but at another level, they actually get it. I know they actually do get it somewhere. So that's great. That's wonderful.
Yes, it's yes, of course, it's because it's the essence.
Mm.
You communicate with the essence of what we are.
Mm.
It's a different level of communication.
Mm. Yeah.
Is there someone else who wants to share about this? Yes, Trish, and then Sally.
What came up was to know that I'm loved, and possibly by other people, but that's not the main thing I'm thinking about.
So, what are you thinking about?
More just to know that I am loved, just in a sense of just in my heart that I'm loved, and whatever happens or whatever comes up, that's always there.
Yes, essence speaking to essence.
I do. Mm-hmm. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you. Sally.
I love the love. It feels contagious. My mind goes, when I have a problem, I know my mind goes crazy. And what helps me most is to come back to myself and just be aware of where I am, what I can hear, what I'm feeling, and somehow what I need to do seems to come out of that. I don't have to think it through. It just emerges, I think, as long as I stay in the moment, step by step. I think the solution emerges.
Yeah, so when you say your mind goes crazy, you could see what it is that your mind says. So what are you thinking? And when there's a continuous thing that sets it off, you could see what is that? What exactly is that? What drives my mind crazy? Do you have a special thing that drives your mind crazy?
I was actually thinking more of practical solution, practical problems, like very practical
Yes.
problems. When I talked about that, because I've had a few practical problems around me at the moment. What especially drives me crazy, not being able to make up my mind.
Oh, you should make up your mind if you don't know how to make up your mind. That would could drive me crazy too. And is that true that you should up make your mind? Is that true? People should always make up their mind. Is that true? They should know even when they don't. Is that true?
No, no. No, it's not true.
No, it's not true. So, how do you live when you believe it is true?
How do I?
Live when you believe it is true that you should make up your mind and you don't know how to do that.
Yes, well, it sounds like insanity to me.
Yes, and do you drive yourself crazy with that thought?
I could, yes.
Yes, yes, yes. You are an expert on it, I suppose. So, how would you live when you never heard ever about making up your mind? People should make up their mind when you have never heard about that. How would you live?
In freedom.
Exactly. And
Yes.
yes, and could it be that you make up your mind once in a while?
I could or I
Yeah.
could not.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. Yes,
Yes.
it would be freedom. I should make up my mind. I think I would be very stupid when I think I should make up my mind when I don't know what to choose.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
it would be stupid. Yeah. I would I would just wait until I know.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Patience.
Well, yeah,
Mhm.
or not. And then you drive yourself crazy. Uh, Lovely. Yeah. So, is it possible that you think I should make up my mind again and drive yourself crazy with that thought?
No.
No, never again?
Oh, never again is a long time.
Exactly. So, could it happen?
Yes, it could.
Okay, then please say, I'm willing to believe once more that I should make up my mind.
I'm willing to believe once more that I should make up my mind.
Yes. And when you believe that, what do you feel in your body? When you really believe that, what do you feel in your body?
Uh, Relief.
Yeah, when you don't believe it, but when you do believe it, what would you feel? I should make up my mind, and I don't know what to choose, and so on and so on.
If I believe that,
You should make up your mind, and you don't know what to choose.
I would feel crazy.
Exactly. And
Yes.
where exactly do you feel that crazy stuff?
In my stomach.
Okay, so that must be a very common feeling for you. Is that true?
Just at present, yes.
Yes, so it happens more often.
Yes.
Yes, okay. So I call that the ringing bell who wakes me up. When you feel this stomach pain, you know there's the ringing bell. I believe a thought that is not true.
Uh-huh.
Aha. Yeah. So instead
Uh-huh.
of running off with this craziness, you could stop it there and say, what is the thought? What is the thought I believe right now? Uh, and drive myself crazy with. And then you can ask, oh, the thought is I should make up my mind. And then you ask, is that true? So what's your answer then?
It's not true.
No, it's not true.
No.
No, it's not true. So how would I live when I can't believe I should make up my mind right now?
No, I think you've lost me. Can you say that again? How would I
Yes.
live?
How would you live
How would I live?
when you can't believe I have to make up my mind right now? When you just can't believe it
When I can't believe that I have to make up my mind
right now.
right now.
Yeah, when you
I
don't
would
believe.
feel at peace, then I'd feel
Yes,
at peace.
yes, exactly, exactly,
Yes.
exactly. So, but it can happen that it comes again, this thought, I should make up my mind. Isn't that true?
Yes.
So
And then I
I'm,
go down to the ringing bell again.
yes, yes. So I'm willing, I'm looking forward, I'm looking forward
I'm looking forward
to
to,
think again
yes, to think again
that I should make up my mind.
that I should make up my mind,
Yeah, why are you looking forward to that?
because then I can disbelieve it and feel at peace again.
Exactly. Yes, then you feel this stomach pain and you think, whoa, whoa, there's another thought I drive myself crazy with. And you can ask yourself, is it true? And you know it's not. Yeah,
Got
so
it.
you can
Yes.
help yourself.
Yes.
And
Yes.
this works for all thoughts you drive yourself crazy with.
Mm.
I hope the rest has joined us in this exercise. Yeah, with an idea you drive yourself crazy with. Yes, Judith.
This just reminds me of a quote in Principle 10 from A Course of Miracles that I went over a lot in the last 2 weeks. It reminds me exactly of this. Nothing real can be threatened. Nothing unreal exists. Herein lies the peace of God.
Yes.
And that's exactly that. It took me a while because it's like these double negatives in it and all that, but actually that's exactly what you just did with Sally. It's exactly that. It's such a relief, actually.
Absolutely. In my whole life, I never found a thought that is true. I've examined a lot of thoughts, so I never found a judgment that is true. Because when I would think it should rain here right now, and it doesn't, so my thought contradicts with what happens right here and what I can't influence. So it's not in my power to make it rain or to let the sun shine. And my thoughts contradict with what's happening. Well, I lose that always. So why do I know that it should not rain? Because it doesn't. And when I say, for example, Judith should be more friendly and you aren't, or you shouldn't be as friendly as you are and you are very friendly, it contradicts with the choices you have. So who decides if you are friendly? Who decides, Judith, if you are friendly? Yes.
I decide.
Yes,
I decide.
exactly. And when you think Elle should be more friendly and she isn't, who decides if I'm friendly?
You decide.
Yes, exactly. So there are things we can't control. That's the weather, for example, or when a dog bites us, or the dog shouldn't have bitten me. Yeah, well, he did. It just happened. The whole idea of it shouldn't have happened, it contradicts with what happened. So when we have demands from people, yeah, it just doesn't work because people are their own boss. They make their own decisions, as I do. When that is clear for us, it gives a huge space for everyone to live in. When we don't think our children should do this or that, they will be happy that you come off their backs, with directions and so on. And of course, when you are in your home and they want to smoke, for example, and you don't want them to smoke in your home, you say, in this home, nobody smokes, and if you want to smoke, go outside of, well, then I will leave. Okay, I will help you pack. Yeah. Yes. So it's your decision and people's decisions, and I never found a thought that's true. So when you suffer from the situation, you can always find the thought that makes you suffer.
But you can also find a thought that helps you.
Absolutely, absolutely.
You can send love. You can find
Yes,
something else. You
absolutely.
have a choice.
When you don't suffer, don't do anything, just live on. When you don't suffer, why would you change anything? It's go on with your happy life. Lisa. Oh, here
Hi,
it is.
Els. Here I
Hi.
am. I was just writing it out in the chat, but something's kind of stirring in me. And also, it's a quote that I underlined because it kind of confuses me. And I wonder what your perspective is. So, I work in mental health and have for many years. And this quote, past events only live on in your stories. I found a tough one because, in fact, past events can live on in the body without our awareness of it. That sometimes people aren't aware, they don't have a story, but something's not right. The body remembers something.
Well, you
And
could.
so then decisions are made and interactions are, relationships can suffer. Yeah, what's your perspective on this?
I understand what you say. You could say that the body is a story also. If the body suffers, you could try to find out where is the body connected, on what story is the body connected. And even if I'm not aware of it right now, the body is connected with a story. It's when people, for example, get raped, they they say they leave their body, and
Yeah.
they've just gone, but this that's connected to a story. And sometimes we have really to search to find that connection and then start there.
Yeah, I thank you. I wonder sometimes too if it's necessary to even have the story, just to trust that the body knows something, and that might be the only place you're going to go or the only place to start. But the
Okay,
idea that
but
that's so powerful to me, that idea that past events live on in our stories, I
yeah,
like that really resonates. It really, really does.
yes.
But that I had that one question about what your perspective would be
Do
on,
you have an example, for example?
a number of them that I've experienced over the years, of people who have had horrific childhood experiences, and don't remember their childhoods.
Yeah,
But
that's
it's quite,
great. That's great when you
yes,
don't
in a
remember. It's
perspective it
great.
is.
It's great when you have had a shitty childhood. It's great when you don't remember. But when
But the
you think,
body's remembering, and
well,
actions are betraying the fact that something terrible happened.
then you can start there. What would be an example? I had a guy here a few weeks ago. He said, I can't remember anything. I said, well, I don't see a problem then. And he said, me neither. So, well, okay, why would we make a story about rape or incest or whatever when you just don't know? Why would you do that? That would be insane. And then you say the body remembers. Okay, have you an example of that? What's happening with the body, for example?
So, for example, people having parts of their body that are numb, or when their attention is drawn to certain parts of the body, they can't feel it, or they have an abreaction. Let's say they have a really huge, huge, huge reaction, and they're confused about why.
Yeah, well, you can say let's find out why, and then you pick a situation from the childhood, and are you sure that
Yeah,
that is
that's,
why?
yeah.
We are not sure. So I
No,
always say we can make a new story up. I wouldn't start with it. When I have pain in my back, yeah, well, I shouldn't have pain in my back. Well, I have pain in my
I
back.
have pain in my back.
Yeah, well, that's there. So where do you suffer more from? From the thought I shouldn't have pain in my back, or
Right.
from the actual pain? Where do you
Yeah,
suffer more from?
nice point. The
Yes.
thought that
So
I shouldn't, it's not what is.
yeah, well, what's a nice point? What's the answer? I suffer more from the idea I shouldn't have pain in my back because when I have it, I have it. And what happens when I stop arguing? Well, this example comes from me because I always had pain in my back. And then I thought, well, I shouldn't have pain in my back. What a nonsense. I just have pain in my back and that's it. And after 3 months, it was totally gone. It was just gone.
Wow.
And I don't know where it went. But when I stop arguing with it, when I stop fighting it, then gentleness can come in. I can see what's necessary in the moment when I have pain in the back. And one day it just was miraculous gone. I don't know where it went. I don't know where it came from. I can make stories about that, but I just don't know.
That's beautiful. It's kind of like that notion of pain is mandatory, suffering is optional. So we have the one arrow that's the pain of something, and then we go ahead and pick up another that we shouldn't have the pain. So there's a second arrow now.
Exactly,
I
exactly.
see. Yep.
People
Yep.
shouldn't have pain in their body. Well,
Right.
do you know anyone who has never pain in the body? When you wake up in the morning and you don't have pain in the body, you know what has happened then? Then you are dead. Yeah.
Problem solved.
Ah,
Thank you so much for the elegance and thoughtfulness of your response, Els. That was really, really helpful and meaningful. Thank you. Thank
okay,
you.
thank you. Thank you. I spoke my mother this morning and she has pain on her legs. She has open legs and she had a lot of pain. And she said, I cried this night. She's 96. And I say, Mother, take paracetamol. Is that what you call it also? Paracetamol? Okay. Take paracetamol 4 times a day, 2 pieces. She said, it would better for me to be dead right now. I said, well, you are not. So take paracetamol. You don't have to suffer. It's not good for your health. Ma, take paracetamol. You're 96. Maybe you die from paracetamol, but then you die without pain in your leg. Ah, my mother.
Point well taken. Thank you.
The portrait, yeah. Let's see. Questions. I had this question. How do I help myself when I think I have said or done the wrong thing and I'm feeling bad? Well, shall we have a look? You do the wrong thing.
Yes.
Can you absolutely be sure that you do the wrong thing in this universe?
I felt like I did the wrong thing.
Yes, yes, I believe you that you felt like you did the wrong thing. But can you be absolutely sure that in this universe you did the wrong thing?
I know that the answer is no, but yes, my ego thinks I did the wrong thing. Yeah.
Your ego, okay. Do you want to be right or do you want to be happy?
I'd like to be happy. That would be a good idea.
And I like to be right, eh?
Yeah.
This idea of wanting to be right is such a burden, in fact. So may I ask you, what was the thing you think I've done wrong? What was it?
Just a minute, I've just got to get my hanky. I'm having a challenge with my relationship with my son, my older son. And it feels like he judges me by what I do. And so it seems like it's escalated. Like the more I'm afraid that he's going to judge me, the more awkwardly I behave. And then he responds in a way that I feel judged again. So it's like a vicious circle. Yeah.
Yes. So you are afraid you are doing it wrong.
Absolutely. Yeah, I feel
Yes.
wrong all the time in his eyes. Yeah.
In his eyes or in your eyes? Have you asked him, is it right?
No, I haven't. I
Yeah,
haven't.
you should ask him if you think he thinks it. Maybe you just should ask him and say, I think that you think that I'm doing it wrong all the time. Is that true? And then do you think he will give an honest answer or will he lie?
He might lie.
Sorry, again? He will?
He might lie. I
He
don't know.
might
I don't
lie.
know what that's all
So,
mean.
so what I hear is you wouldn't believe him anyway, whatever he would say.
This is true. Yes, yes.
So, ah, do you like him?
Yeah, I love him, but I'm also
You love
scared of
him.
him.
You are scared of him. It's your
Yeah,
eldest
yeah,
son. You are scared of
yeah,
him.
yeah, yeah. I'm scared of his disapproval.
Oh, can you be absolutely sure that he disapproves you?
I can't be absolutely sure, but it seems like he does.
Yes,
He
yes, I
avoids,
understand.
yeah, he
Yes.
avoids me and things. Yeah.
So, and when you can't be absolutely sure, and you keep stating it, are you stating then the truth, or are you stating a fantasy?
Certainly keep repeating the story about feeling rejected by him. Yes.
Yes. So it would be a fantasy because you can't be sure. Is that what you say?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Yes.
that's true.
So if you could call a fantasy also a lie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and is that what you want? Lying? No, you are lying to yourself. And you haven't checked at your son, and you feel shit about it. That's the short version of the story.
I definitely feel shit about it. Yes.
Yeah, you feel shitty about it. Yeah. So when you think he disapproves of me, where do you feel it in your body?
Pretty much my whole body, I kind of shut down.
Okay, you shut down. Could you say it's like a contraction?
Yes. In
Okay,
fact, the other morning when I was in bed, I was feeling like I was in a prison. That's the first time I really had that
exactly.
feeling. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. So that is when we have thoughts that are not true, that's what the body does because it conflicts with essence, it conflicts with what we in truth are and what what the essence is. So this must be a regular feeling for you. Is that true?
Yes, it has become more regular. That's true.
Yes. So that's every time when we lie, and the lie is, I'm sure he rejects me. Whenever we tell ourselves that lie, we feel this contraction. Yeah. So when you feel the contraction, you can be sure that you believe a lie.
Thank you. That actually helps me because it relates to what you're talking with Sally about. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. So could you find one peaceful reason to keep believing that lie?
No, I don't want to keep believing it.
Could you find one reason to let it go? Don't let it go, but could you find one reason to let it go, this lie?
Yeah, I'd feel better.
Yes, exactly. You will feel better. How do you treat your son when you think he doesn't approve me? How do you treat him?
Well, I'm kind of wary of him. Yeah, I think that's when I kind of make a mess of things and make it worse. Yeah.
Yes. And how do you treat yourself on that moment?
Well, I'm not happy with myself.
No, exactly. No, exactly. So you are tiptoeing on eggs and you feel shit, yeah? And you are tiptoeing because you think that makes it better, but it doesn't.
No, it's true.
Yes. So who would you be when you never, ever would have heard of approve someone or you or whatever, when you would never have heard of it, of
Yeah,
approval?
I'd be a different person, that's for sure. And
Yes, for
free.
sure. Yes, for sure. You would, yes, for sure. You would feel free. Yes, for sure. He should approve me. What's the turnaround? He should, yes, approve me. He should,
Disapprove of me.
no, yeah, yeah, whatever. He should not approve me. Whose task is it to approve you?
Mine.
Exactly. Exactly. And you know, all the other people, you think they should approve me, they should approve me. Probably it's not exclusive for your son. It's probably for God and for your husband and for the other children, for all your colleagues and for the neighbors, and they all should approve you. Yeah, because it's your hobby. Yeah.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
Okay. He should not approve you. No, it's not it's not his work. It's not his task. Then the turnaround is he should approve me. You make I should approve.
Approve of me.
Again, I should.
I should approve of me.
Yes,
And
you should
yeah, I
approve
should
yourself.
approve of him
Yes,
as well.
yes. And you should
Yeah,
approve him also because you have
yeah,
the hobby, approve people. Yeah.
yeah.
Yes, you should approve him. You should approve yourself. Yes, that's your hobby. That's your task. That's your work to approve yourself. So, is there one thing your son approves you in? Can you find one thing where he approves you?
Um, his father, who used to be my husband, got very sick a couple of years ago, and we really cooperated with each other. And he would ring me every day for support. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. He would ring you every day for support. Yes. So, can I do a little exercise with you again? Okay. Please close your eyes. And imagine your son is standing, you see your son, he's standing in front of you. Can you see him?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you say, I'm your mother. Yeah, you did, and you are my son. And I appreciate you as my son. And we belong together as a mother and a son in total freedom. Both on our own place. I'm the mother, you're the son. And then you say in yourself times 10, times 100, times 1,000, times 10,000, times 100,000, times 1,000,000 and 1. So, how are you feeling?
Much better.
How is he looking at you? How is he looking at you?
Smiling. Yeah.
Smiling. Smiling. So I understand there's a smile and a love in his eyes? Yes. Does he appreciate you? Yes. Do you appreciate him? Yes. So remember that. You're the mother and he's the son. And then you could say thank you for all your lovely phone calls when my husband and your daddy was so ill. And you could thank him every day for that. Not that you have to phone him, just in your heart. Thank you for your support. It was a great help to me. And the last thing you say to him is, I appreciate your father in you, boy. Can you feel that? Yes. Okay. Was he made in love between you and his father? Between you and your husband? Has he been born out of love? Yes. Well, you could tell him that also. Is that okay?
Yeah. I'll just say one thing, and that is that just last bit reminded me of just after he was born, when I remember telling Alan, my husband, that I loved him already. Yeah.
I think you forgot it a bit.
I think so.
I think so. But it's nice to remember.
It is very nice to remember. Thank you.
Yes. It's horrible to be
Very
afraid of
much.
your children. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Margot. Thank you. Okay. We have another question here. Well, my mind understands and accepts since love is eternal, death need not to be viewed as fearful. I have not so far been able to integrate this principle into my being. I contemplate my death and those of my loved ones daily. And this practice brings me to the now. Please share your insight with me. Can you talk a bit more about what you have written here?
I guess I am frightened about death, about not being here, and in my mind, it's the way I've been brought up, and I'm
I
willing
understand
to
you.
accept it's a lie, but
I
I don't.
understand. Oh, I
It's not.
understand you. Sorry, again. Again, please.
It's not in me, yeah. It's not something yes. I still get very afraid of dying and of a death and of not being here.
So you say not being here. What do you mean by that? Not being here?
Um, not being with my partner, not being with my children, not being with my grandchildren.
Okay. Well, I I always say the one who died has the less trouble of it.
Yes, I know. I know.
Yeah, what's the worst thing?
I'll be gone. I'll be gone. So yeah.
Yes. My father told me, "Oh, Els, I almost died." Yeah, well, they reanimated him. I said, "Well, yes, that's true, but you wouldn't have the trouble of it. We should we have to bury you." That's true, he said. That's true. But what is the worst thing that can happen when you die? What is your fear? But the worst that happens when you die.
Nothingness. Just
Nothingness.
nothingness.
Oh, nothingness. And can you be sure that it will be nothingness?
No.
No. It's the
But
same.
yeah.
Yes.
But I think it's the unknown, like um it's the total unknown. I mean, I don't know what
Yes, you
happens
don't
when
know.
I die.
No, but the fun thing is you don't know what happens tomorrow either.
Yes.
So it's the same.
Mm.
You don't know what happens in an hour. You just don't know.
Mm.
You think you know, but maybe a plane comes down and falls on your roof. Or maybe a plane comes down and falls on my roof.
Mm.
You just don't know. You think you know, but you just don't know.
Mm.
And you can scare yourself, of course, with it.
Yes. Mm.
Did your life work out the way you thought it would when you were 15 or 20?
No, thank goodness. It's been
Exactly.
so very much better than I ever imagined my life
Okay.
would be.
Okay.
Mm.
Well, you can count on it that it is the same for dying. It only can get better. So you experience is it gets better.
Mm. Mm.
Why wouldn't it be the same for dying?
Mm.
Have you ever had a serious illness? How do you call it? An fatal illness?
No.
No. So what I hear of people is mostly they tell me I wouldn't want to have missed that because it brought me so much insight and it brought me so much, well, insight and life.
Mm. I not near death, but I've had a couple of things that have been appeared to be quite destructive in my life that have turned out to be the best things that
Exactly.
beyond what I could expect. Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. We think it's a disaster and then we look back and we think, good Lord, thank you that it happened
Yes.
this way. Yeah. When I ask people, would you, would you want to have missed your life and your fate? They say, no, I wouldn't want to have, I wouldn't want to change it for whatever.
No.
I keep it.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. And we all experience horrible things and we all experience tough things and illnesses and we wouldn't want to change it for the neighbor's life. Yeah.
No. No. I'm very grateful for all those things that have happened to me and
Yes.
mm,
So is there a question right now?
I still see a line. I still feel there's a line, you know, my life and then a line and non-existence.
Yes. And can you be sure of that?
No.
No. So probably you have people who died in your neighborhood. Do your parents still live?
No.
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 So when I say picture them in your mind, can you?
Yes.
When I say do you love them, what's your answer?
Absolutely.
So they are dead, but what I hear is they still live in you.
Yes.
So that's where people live. And
Ah,
that's where
yes.
people live. So what would you want? Imagine you die. Would you want them to keep you alive in their hearts?
Yes.
Yes. Imagine you die, and then these people sit together, your husband and the children, they sit together. Would you leave them in your heart?
Would I?
Would you leave them in your heart? You are dead, huh? You are just dead and in the coffin. Would you leave
Yes.
them in your heart?
Yes.
Would you leave them in your heart?
Would I leave them in? No, no,
Oh, exactly.
no,
So you are
no.
dead in the coffin and you wouldn't
Yes,
leave them in your heart.
no.
So so what's the problem?
Mm.
You wouldn't leave them. You are dead. Do you think your parents left you in their hearts?
No,
No.
no.
So you're still together in your heart. Yeah, in your heart, your parents live. In their hearts, their parents live. In your heart, your grandparents live. In your heart, now, right this moment, your partner lives and your children live.
Mm.
They are not next to you on the couch. No, they live in your heart right now. You don't even know if they still live.
No.
If they not, yeah, well,
Mm.
you just don't, they live anyway in your heart.
They do. Most
So
definitely.
yeah, so thinking that people can leave you when they die, it's a mistake because they always live in your heart. And of course, you don't sit on the breakfast table eating cereal together. But in your heart, you can eat cereal together. You
Mm.
can talk, you can play together, you can love.
Mm.
And that's where they live anyway. Even when they are kicking and alive, they live in your heart. So why would you make them dead when they physically die? Why would they make you dead when you physically die? Are you
Mm.
ready? Imagine you are dead. Are you ready to protect them?
Am I ready to protect them?
Yeah, imagine you are dead. Are you ready to
Yes.
protect them in your heart?
Yes.
Yes, of course. To help them?
Yes.
Yes, when they ask in their heart questions, would you answer them?
Yes.
Yes, of course. You would never leave them. So even if there's a bodiless nothingness, you wouldn't leave them in your heart. Never, ever. And that's where people live anyway. And when you can have an open heart, well, everybody's your friend. It lives anyway there. And when they come and they say, maybe they say mother, or are you a grandmother also?
Yes.
And they say grandmother, uh, are you going to die? And imagine you lay on your sick bed and you know you are going to die. What would you say? Are you going to, grandmother, are you going to die? What would you say?
I guess we have these conversations with my grandchildren, and I do say I'll always be there with you. I might not,
Exactly.
my body might not be, but I will
Exactly.
always be with them.
Exactly. You tell him, but maybe you should listen yourself.
Maybe I should. And I will listen. I will listen to the recording. I felt it. I felt it then, the shift. But I think I will need to listen to you saying it all again, Els.
Yes. But you know.
Mm.
You know, you just know. Everybody knows, and you know also. Yeah. You would say the body will die when you are sick, and you say, I will never leave you. I will always be there in your heart. And that's where people live. That's where we are, where we all are. And can you take everybody in when you stop judging, when you stop when you stop judging, when you stop um, blaming, then you will find out that all these people who have you have judged before and you just stop, they come and live in your heart, and you will see that it extends and extends, and that everybody will be your friend. it doesn't mean that you marry everybody or that you go on tea, drinking tea with everybody, but it's all friends. Okay?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.